each with their own spirit, sang with joy as they flew down to the earth. The Australian skies are home to over 700 bird species, from the harsh heat of the desert to the woodlands country, from the snow-covered mountains to tropical rainforests. Each and every bird has a unique place in the environment. Dazzling and amazing, the key to their survival is their ability.
Only a few are capable of flight.
Today you'll witness the extraordinary adaptations of parrots and birds of prey and discover the changes to make in your life.
To play a part in helping all living things not just survive but thrive. G'day, my name's Katrina.
Hi, I'm Norm. Encircling the flight arena today is River, the black kite. Black kites are predatory birds of prey or raptors, playing the bird of prey. Bird of prey can be any bird at all what feeds on other animals. Kookaburras, magpies, cormorants, pelicans, they're all birds of prey. But a raptorial bird of prey, or a raptor like River here, have two distinctive features. One is a curved meat-tearing beak, and the other is sharp clawed feet or talons, what they use to catch and kill their prey. Now, black kites are opportunists. They'll feed on alive or dead animals, frogs, reptiles, birds, and even insects are favourites, but they catch in the air just like that. Now, you've seen a couple of catches. I want you to watch this next one carefully, okay? These birds do what we call feeding on the wing, feeding as they're flying around. So they catch their food with their feet straight in the beak. It's already gone that quickly. Black kites are also master adapters who successfully learnt to adapt to living alongside people, taking advantage of it. He's doing a great job. But of course, it's a yellow crest what gives this bird its name. This is Quasi, our sulphur-crested cockatoo. Sulphur-crested cockatoos have also adapted well to living alongside people. See these birds in large, noisy flocks. A very social bird. See them all around the Australian bush. You'll see them around Hillsville, you'll see them around golf courses, parks and busy city streets. Sulphur-crested cockatoos can live longer than we do, anywhere up to 100 years. Imagine what they've seen in the last 100 years. Imagine what they've seen in the next 100 years. Can you imagine Australia without them?
Part of the reason why they're so successful is because of their ability to adapt and survive. Sulphur-crested cockatoos are happy to eat just about anything. Fruits, nuts, seeds and insects, just to name a few. It is great to see some birds doing so well in the wild, but there are some other birds that are facing some challenges and might need a helping hand from you. One of those birds is the Major Mitchell of a pink cockatoo. These are really stunning birds as well, but they aren't doing so well in the wild. This is our Major Mitchell cockatoo. Oh, and there she goes. Did you get a look? She is our shyest bird in the show. Anyway, those guys aren't doing so great because they need very large territories and rely on old trees with hollow. Good job, lads. So male eclectus parrots spend most of their time high up in the tops of the rainforest, foraging for food. Amongst the bright green leaves and fruits and flowers, they have excellent camouflage against their predators like birds of prey. So it is really a great example of colour being a survival strategy. Eclectus parrots have really adapted to their specific environments, and they do make a wonderful contribution, thanks Les, to our rainforests up north.
Les may win the view. So they rob the nests of other birds of eggs and chicks, eat the base of those, then they also come down to the ground. Here in Australia, the largest bird that nests on the ground is an emu, and I just happen to have an emu egg with me today. It's a plaster cast of an emu egg. It's about the same shape, size, just as strong. Nearly need a hammer to get into these eggs. The black-breasted buzzards haven't learned how to get into these eggs. And Bernice is going to show you how it's done. Those talons, they're really strong. They're not big enough to wrap around an egg that size. Egg's a bit slippery. She needs a bit of help, and I've got that right here. Plain old simple rock. picks up the rock, lines up the egg, here we go, oops, here we go again. So she's picking up a rock, using it as a tool. She's got a hole in that egg, that's all she needs. Well done, Dylan. A lot of people think that this is just a trick that we've taught our black-breasted buzzard. It's not a trick. It's a natural adaptive skill. There's only one other bird in the world flying. There's only one other bird in the world that shows that same type of behaviour, and that would be the Egyptian vulture. What's the most amazing adaptation of all birds? Wings! Wings. Wings are pretty important. Need wings to be able to fly around. Now earlier on I was out here with an owl. Not quite sure if you were listening or not. I think you're all asleep. But I did mention that owls can actually turn their heads in an arc of 270 degrees. So they can see a long way. What about you, Kevin? How far around can you see? 360. Not bad. What about our birds of prey? They're pretty cool. They catch and kill their prey with their feet. Kevin doesn't do that, but he's got pretty cool feet. You want to show them, Kevin? Right foot, left foot. Hold up. I know a lot of people who don't know their right from their left. All right, you can see I've been a bit silly here with Kevin, but I've got a very serious question to ask him now. Lots of people come along, see our presentation, and say our birds of prey are really scary, not the parrots. Have a look at Kevin. Got a big beak. It can be pretty scary. What do you think, Kevin? Are you scary like a tiger? Big roar for a little bird. All birds are pretty cool. Right. Done a great job, Kevin. You want to wave goodbye? Give him a big round of applause. He's a pretty dark bird, and that's because he's the eldest animal here at the park. He's actually 40 years old. They can live until they're 45, even 50 years in captivity. Now, wedge-tailed eagles are master adapters. They have excellent vision. A wedge-tailed eagle could spot a moving rabbit from over 1 kilometre away. Rabbits make up about 80% of their diet, but they'll also feed on reptiles, birds, and mammals up to the size of a wallaby. Carrion is also eaten, so it helps rid the land of dead animals. Now these birds soar and glide around in those big, broad, upswept wings. They're soaring and gliding, big, broad, upswept wings. Their sheer size and power is an impressive sight. I'm going to keep Jess nice and low here. I might even give him a quick walk around the front. And you can have a look at those big broad shoulders, that curved meat-tearing beak. And of course, if you get close enough to Jess, check out those massive talons what do all the work. A really impressive bird. Now female wedge-tailed eagles are about 1/3 larger than their male counterparts. So about 1/3 larger than Jess. And they're very territorial. They share that territory with a lifelong mate. Wedge-tailed eagles are protected, and because of that reason, we have a good-sized population of wedge-tailed eagles. They're doing quite well. Now, sometimes in the skies above us, wild wedge-tailed eagles, who also consider this patch of sky to be their territory, who also consider this territory, or this patch of sky, their territory, fly into Jess's airspace. Now, they will defend their territory. Can't afford to have another wedge-tailed eagle in their area stealing their food. So if they see another wedge-tailed eagle, they will try and scare them away. I mention that for a very good reason. We do have a wild pair, stay here. We do have a wild pair of wedge-tailed eagles. We're very close to the sanctuary. See them nearly every day. Well worth looking up in the sky once in a while, seeing if you can spot that wild pair of wedge-tailed eagles. All right, Jess has done a great job. Hey, mate, give him a big round of applause. He's going to head off.